You mentioned mentoring. We have a number of executive advisory board members here with us this evening with their mentors. Mentoring is important in so many ways. I've had my mentors along the way, and I've probably taken on more of my share of mentees, both students and business leaders and community folk I work with as well. Talk about mentoring and its importance to you along the way, and how it's enabled you to do a lot of the things and the types of mentors you look for.
Yeah. So I think one of the important things is, again, opening up the aperture of opportunity first for yourselves and then what I call communities that we care about. You know, that original internship created an opportunity to, I'll call it, adopt a mentor. And part of, I think you know, Linda, Yvonne, and our team here, they focus on internXL. I think we've got now 29,000 or so students on that platform. And I think over 500 corporate partners to create these these internships in their STEM students principally. And I always like to say, part of what the opportunity is not just the internship, but it's the opportunity to find mentors. And I always adopted mentors, okay? And I crack up because people come to me today and they're like, hey, would you take me on as a mentor kind of thing? I'm like, I'm like busy. But I notice the ones, I'll call it, in certain circumstances, the persistence, not encouraging all to do this, but the persistence of them adopting mentors accelerates their capacity. We have programs, very systemic programs at my firm for development of talent because we realize how important it is. You and I chatted about our high potential entry-level hires to we have accelerate programs, which are a couple of years after you've joined one of our companies. To we have a high potential leadership profile, HPLP program. I know it's software, so you got a lot of acronyms. We have one for the Pinnacle, which is C-suite, and one for CEOs. We consciously and intentionally develop programs for the development of our talent, which includes mentorship. And it also includes when you enter these companies, we look for what we try to create, I call them big buddies. Big buddies, in essence, aren't mentors, but it's a penalty-free way to vet issues. You should be looking for those sorts of infrastructure opportunities to develop, because if you've never been in those environments, remember, there were no engineers in my community. I couldn't go ask them, what is the cultural norms of engagement and I had to figure it out myself, okay? Over time, now there's not enough, there are more engineers of color in these environments, but you will still often find yourself one of the only of whatever it is in those environments. And so it's important for you to find the right mentors. Mentors, they may not look like you either, okay? They may not be the same gender. They may not be, that have the same color of skin as you. But it is important to find the commonality of purpose and what it is that you really want to get out of that relationship. And that's an important part of being a good mentee. And being a good mentee means being a reliable mentee. When I went to Goldman Sachs, I realized what was valued there was being reliable, meaning not just being there, but having the right answer at the right time and ahead of time, and then pushing the envelope where we should consider these 5 or 8 things, and I've already done the model to consider them, and here's how you think about it. That created an environment where people wanted to help me succeed because they knew I was going to reliably deliver what they needed to excel in their careers. Excellent. That's how that all works. And so it's an important part of your role as a student, for the students in the audience, to be a good mentee. Not go and complain about what somebody didn't do. Show what you're capable of and bring your capability into that theater in ways that advance the mission of that organization.